Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning. Got a big show lined up and all kind of good stuff going on today. Seafood to give away, a good fishing report we're going to talk about, and some more good stuff. So thank you all for watching Panhandle Outdoors. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center. Guess what? It's going to be hot today. About 90-something degrees. I'm just going to say 90-something. It's 90-something all over the place. Heat index over 100. Low is going to get down to 79. Water temperature is still hanging in there at 8. Actually, it's gone up. I just checked it. 87 degrees. As hot as it's been all year. 87 degrees in the Gulf of Mexico. River readings, Apalachicola, Bluntstown at a 2.1, just a little bit down from yesterday. Choctaw at Caryville, 3.7. Now the tide chart brought to us by Kent, Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery. Their motto is when carrying counts. We're looking at a high tide at 12:54, right there after lunch, and a low tide at 10:34. Pretty good strong tide, not quite as strong as yesterday, but going to be stronger than it's going to be tomorrow. So we've got some decent tides right now, especially considering the the heat and humidity. Marine forecast southwest at 5 to 10, and our let's go and do our Barron's barbecue sauce time for today. They're looking at 3:16 a.m. to 5:16. We just passed that, but this afternoon 3:40 to 5:40, and take advantage of that outgoing tide. Be some really good fishing. Now, every Friday I like to call Sea Quarters Marina down in Caryville, one of our loyal sponsors, been with us since day one. In Caryville, we talk about what a neat place it is down there, and just a hub of activity at Sea Quarters Marina. So on the phone I have Captain Kim. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chester.
How's everything down in Caryville?
Oh, we're doing great down here. The fishing has been real good. Got a bunch of charter boats that went out, and they're taking advantage of the last couple of days of snapper.
Well, you sent me some pictures. I'm going to show them next segment. Some really nice red snapper you've been catching.
Oh, my gosh. They've been just getting their limit every time, and it's not a whole day anymore. I mean, they can catch them right away and come right back in, enjoy the rest of the afternoon up the river or cooking.
Okay, so what about any word on the king mackerel?
Yeah, kingfish have been hitting pretty good. A little bit past Dog Island, about 3 miles. They've been going out past Oak Tower and, a little bit further out there, too. They've been running pretty good. And using ellwise and sardines and a little bit of trolling here and there, but it's been a pretty good bite.
Wow, that sounds good. You get me excited about a month away, about a month and a half will be the big tournament y'all will be having. Yeah,
it's coming up fast. First part of August, our kingfish shootout. August 6th, 7th, guaranteed paid out $20,000.
I know. You talk about Oak Tower, I started jumping up and down now. We're getting close to it, okay? All right, let's move on now. Listen, inshore, back behind Dog Island, St. George Island, how about the trout and redfish?
Yeah, trout and redfish have been hitting real good. We've got some new bait that's been pretty popular. It's a voodoo rattling shrimp. And boy, are they hardy. And they've been using the heck out of those. They come in different colors and sizes. And they've been working real well for the trout and redfish.
Oh, that's a good tip of the day, that voodoo rattling shrimp. And it's working good?
It is.
Okay. Is anybody catching any kind of flounder over in that area?
Yeah, they've been doing a couple doormats here and there. A lot of guys are out there gigging for them and doing real well. All
right. And last one, freshwater up the river. How's that?
That's been doing superb also. We're still selling some worms and crickets to the folks. Don't have to go too far up past the office here to catch some good-sized brim.
All right. We're going to try to make it down next weekend for that kids tournament and see what's going on down there, Kim.
That would be super. We're looking forward to it. And, of course, it's free for all the youth and 16 and under. And we'll look forward to seeing everybody.
All right. Well, thank you all for all y'all do for the community, the fishing community down in Caryville. I do a great job, so thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. We'll see you later.
You bet. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
All right. The Pearl of the Panhandle, Caryville. That's their slogan. So great place to visit. We don't want you moving down there. We don't want more people moving in there. So just go down there and visit and fish and come back home, okay? Like I do. All right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. All right, folks. Welcome back. Trying to get all these pictures lined up here. got right names and faces with pictures. Let's get started. Just got a couple of them here. I'll start off on a Tuesday night shootout up here at Deer Point Lake. This is a phone picture, a little fuzzy and all at nighttime, but it turned out okay. All right, we got this is you know, when you go up there on a Tuesday night shootout, I was going to mention it. When you go to a Tuesday night shootout, it's free. I mean, it's open to anybody. It's at Deer Point Lake. Okay, right here in this picture. All right, here we go. What my point is, every other Tuesday night. Ryan Huggins, Zeb Schofield got first place this past Tuesday night. Good job, fellas. Captain James Pick with his crew catching some nice chicken dolphin right there in the pass. That's going to be part of our fishing report. Really, these are good eating right here. Baby mahi. All right. How about this Jeremy Brooks with Kaylin Brooks, his wife Kaylin, the biggest drum he's ever caught. Okay. And then going down to how about Braden Harris? I used to say that's little Braden Harris. Now look at how much he has grown. Michael Harris' son Braden with a nice, caught on a jitterbug. Nice bass there. Got a little North Bay Haven outfit on. Good job, Braden. And I know Michael, proud of you. I just want to show this picture here. This is a river up here in South Georgia. I tell you all about being safe and all. And here's I'm not going to read this to you, but this is a note I got. This is the Flint River, and I always talk about being careful and everything. And at the fireworks, Monday night over up in on the Flint River, south of Daughter County, south of Albany area. These two couples are on two kayaks, and they lined up to start watching the fireworks, and all of a sudden, when the fireworks went off, guess what? It was dark, and they got lost on the river. It was at 7 o'clock. They tried calling for help and couldn't explain where they were. They didn't have any lights with them. About between 12 midnight and 1 o'clock, the fire and rescue finally located them on the back side of an island. So when I tell you all about being careful on the water, they were fortunate they didn't get run over. Fortunate they got found that night. So there's always something going on in the outdoors. So be aware of that. Okay, Captain Kim talking about Carabel. Here's a couple of pictures from Carabel. Nice pics right there. Okay, and then. I'll tell you, this is Craig and Luann, okay, and their gang. That identifies them right there. Then the next one is Captain Scott Luke on Renegade Charters. That is a nice mess of fish right there, and that's a good trip. That's as simple as that. And then the last one right here, I fished East Bay early this morning, caught a 27-inch trout on a Z-Man jerkbait in about 2 feet of water. I only caught one and one other trout. Released her. Ted Gagnate. Thank you, Ted. Nice looking trout right there. Good healthy trout, and good job there. Okay, that takes care of our pictures. I did want to mention I had a late list. Let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back and pick this up. Okay, welcome back. You know, with scallop season being closed in St. Joe Bay, a lot of folks say, where can we go? And I talked about these areas, and I got to thinking the other night, a lot of folks don't know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm talking about east of here, east of Carabel. So I'm going to show you on Google Earth some 3 or 4 basic places to go. So they've been scalloping there a long time, just like we've scalloped here. They've been scalloping there a long time. For the most part, they've had good reports from there. And I just want to show you sort of the location of them, and you can go online and find some places to stay, the campgrounds to stay, motels to stay. And I know a handful of people driving down there. I just can't justify spending the whole weekend going down there to get a bunch of scallops, but I still may do it, okay? But anyway, I just want to show you as a viewer. We're going to start, here's Carabel. So we're going to go east of Carabel, and really the first place is right here, Lanark Village, and that's usually has been, the last couple of years, has been a really good place. This year, my report from Lanark area is fairly slim. They're just not getting a lot of them there this year. I haven't been, but I have when I say reports, folks, I'm talking about reliable reports from people that do go. I'm not just making things up, so please trust me on these reports. Lanark is a fascinating story. Lanark Village was actually one of the first places built for Northerners to come down and retire, a retirement village historically, and now it's a really neat place, Lanark Village. And okay, let's move on down. The next area, of course, you're gonna get on down here around the Panacea. This is the Panacea area, and a lot of folks, I'm getting into what I call Tallahassee territory, but one of my favorite places here. Well, there's some restaurants and all here, but anyway, you can go. Okay, I'm gonna zoom on into some boat ramps and all. Some boat ramps right down here. Okay, see this right in here. Okay, some boat ramps right in there. See the boat ramp right there? You can go right there. And then what you do, you just go out, and you see, again, you're going to see where everybody's at. That's the Ocklawaha Bay area, okay? Now this area in Florida is called Florida's natural or nature coast, okay? You follow Highway 98, you come on down what we call the coastal highway. The old timers, okay, then you come into Taylor County. When you get into Taylor County, okay, Taylor County is a neat county too. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna have to zoom in, so just bear with me on this. I'm looking for Steinhatchee. I'm gonna go back up here, Jeff. I missed St. Mark's. Somehow I missed St. Mark's. Okay. St. Mark's, there it is. We found it. Here's St. Mark's. Okay. St. Mark's is right there. Again, I'm gonna zoom in. St. Mark's is again a good area. Okay, and you can launch in there, then come on down the river again. You're going out in here. Let's see. There's some landings down here. You can put your boat in right here. I want to show you this one boat ramp right here. This is where Jimmy Subaru was, okay? See this boat ramp right here? See the parking lot? You can see the cars in it. Well, on July 4th weekend, all those parking spots were all full. They were completely full. People were parked out on the road, all the way up down here on the road. The trailer were parked all up and down in here. So when you do plan to go, especially a lot of pressure on them now because of the closing of St. Joe Bay. A lot of people, okay? Then you go down after St. Mark's, you're gonna go down. Steinhatchee is here. Let me see. Anyway, next place, I probably can't find it right now. I should have marked it. I did have it. Let me type it in real quick, okay? Just bear with me. Steinhatchee is an old town. Okay. We're gonna go right to it. Steinhatchee, okay, here it is right here. We're gonna zoom right in here to it. Okay, again, off 98, boom, boom, boom. And a lot of folks are going to Steinhatchee. One of the pluses here, you got some good campgrounds. You got some good areas you can visit down there, set up camps or take a camper, and there's nice, inexpensive motels around Steinhatchee. And again, what you do, you go out into the open bay right in here, okay? And again, this is not in the beachy area. This is just a lot of trees and stumps and those kind of things. Really good fishing though. Then you get on down here close to one of the last spots down here, of course, Homosassa. Homosassa Springs is in here. Horseshoe Beach. You can go out in Horseshoe Beach. If you ever visit these areas, they're really cool. And when I was a student at Cedar Key, okay, and then you got go on down Guff Hammock. Used to when I was a student at University of Florida, we'd go hunt in Guff Hammock. Okay, and then I was going to look. Pine Island is an excellent fishing spot, and then you're going to be on down the Homosassa Hernando area. That's way on down there. That's really want to go back. Anyway, I didn't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I did want to show that to y'all. Okay, I also got and go to those Chamber of Commerces. You can find a lot of stuff on there too. Okay, now I also want to mention, got a notice from FWC as far as they're having a workshop over here in Walton County. Okay. I'll read it to you right here. This is the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission is holding a regional workshop. This is going to be Tuesday, July the 12th. Okay, this coming Tuesday. It's going to be on ways to conserve the gopher tortoises. The goal of these workshops is to identify ways cities and counties can participate in gathering one of Florida's threatened species and how to protect it. In addition, we'll discuss the financial incentives available to local governments and landowners. So the gopher tortoise again is endangered, and a lot of folks want to try to keep it safe and all. So they're having a workshop on that too. All right, so we got that, and also I brought my cricket basket. I got tickled the other day. I was talking about insect repellent and all the spray people put on them. You know, the yellow flies and mosquitoes are really bad now. Yellow flies a couple of weeks ago, but mosquitoes are terrible now with all that rain we had recently. So what I was going to tell you though, be careful. Gail and I laughed about this a lot. It wasn't funny at the time. put one of the insect bombs off in the garage. This a couple years ago, and we'd about 2 weeks later, I went and got the old cricket basket here and put it in, and went down and bought some crickets, and we went to the river. When we got down there, all the crickets had died. All the crickets dead, and we finally figured out what it was, how the insect, that bomb, that fog had gotten in here, and we felt bad about it. We felt real bad because we didn't have any live crickets. We felt bad for the crickets too, because I wanted to catch some fish with them. But my point being, that insect repellent, everything you see, when you see the word DEET, I know DEET is so important, but DEET is very is lethal, and if it's lethal insects, it's not really good for us. I do not spray that kind of stuff on me anymore. And in my early days I did, but the more I see about it, the less chemicals we can put on us and in us, the better off we're going to be. I'm convinced of that. Now this homey juice I have over here, the Fishing Shack, that's all natural ingredients, and I've gone to using that last year or two, and it works really well. It is nothing like DEET. Now they were telling me the other day that one of the little boys came by, his mom had sprayed him down, and he went back there to play with some of the minnows and all, and stuck his hand in the water, and pretty soon all the little bait fish had died. Does that tell you something? And that, it was amazing. So we're going to talk more about that. So be careful when you're spraying all kind of bug stuff on you and all. All right. Now it's Friday, so let's get ready to draw for our winner for the. And also, I'm going to talk about, well, I'll talk about this Monday, the rifle, drawing for the rifle for Sledge on a fundraiser for his brother is going to be next week also. So we're going to get some tickets out if you want some tickets on that rifle. Okay, here we're going, let's draw the winners of today's. All right, I've got a lot of stuff. If they fall out now, I'm going to count the ones I grabbed. All right, here we go. The winner is Bill Barlow. Bill Barlow, first winner, first time he won this year. Bill Barlow. All right, Captain Bill. All right, let's get another one here. And we're going to pull this one out, and this winner's going to be, how about it, Onda Gagné, okay? Just had, all right, good job. From Lynn Haven. All right, that's the 2 winners. That's the first winner is the $20, the second winner is the red snapper. All right, we're going to take a break and then come back and set up our famous Friday fishing forecast. All right, welcome back to the famous Friday fishing forecast. The reports we get this week from all kind of viewers and fishermen just like you. Start off in Choctawhatchee Bay, and Victor Haskell, you saw the picture early part of the week about some really nice bluefish. Okay, the bluefish are going to be, when you find those bluefish, it's going to be really, we got them up here now. Choctawhatchee Bay, the bluefish are really active. They're fun to catch. It's a strong fish, and it does make really good dip. But you get some kids and all catching them, or anybody catching those bluefish. A lot of fun. You're not going to have a family fish fry with them, but they're going to make some good dip. Okay, so the bluefish really good. I haven't got much other reports on Choctawhatchee Bay. I do know the drum bite along the intercoastal and over in West Bay. The drum bite continues to be strong. You've seen the pictures this week. Some really big drum. Going into West Bay, coming on down to West Bay and North Bay, not a lot of activity. The activity is going to be early in the morning. You heard Captain Matt Smith talk about the importance of fishing early, especially in July and August. Not only because it's cool, but that's when the tides are fairly high, and you can get on up in there, up in the middle of the day. Those trout, now always remember this, Captain Roy Ray used to talk about this all the time. As it starts warming up, those trout's going to go in those deep holes and cool off. So be aware of that when you're fishing. But again, you saw some the nice redfish I showed yesterday on Bill Barfield, caught on top water right there at sunset. So the fishing is good. Again now, Spanish mackerel, still caught a few Spanish mackerel in the bay, right there in the middle part of the bay. And but the area, again, we're talking about this a lot, this area here at the jetties, Captain James Pick and his crew are catching those dolphins, those little chicken dolphins, are a lot of fun to catch. When you get one of them, try to leave one in the water and it just attracts them. I know outside of Mexico Beach, we used to do that a lot with Tony Bass and all. The jetty fishing is going to be slow. It's just going to be hot. But all the activity now is, they're coming on incoming tide. The redfish are still there. We're talking about people catching redfish. Again, that area right back in here around the jetty is one of the top places in the state of Florida to catch redfish, and also around the Hathaway Bridge at nighttime. Again, we're talking about fishing at night. gigging. You heard Captain Kim talk about them gigging down in Carabel. Flounder gigging is starting to pick up now. This is when people start going. Middle of summer and early fall is excellent time to go flounder gigging. So the places you can go all throughout here, I flounder just about every area. I haven't floundered much in East Bay, but as far as North Bay, West Bay, it's pretty decent floundering all through here, these areas here, off this point here. And as they start migrating, you're going to work your way on down around Beach Drive and all. Excellent floundering also around these docks over in here, okay? And again, on floundering, you got to pick up what the wind is doing. Any kind of little ripple in the water takes away a lot of the vision of it. Okay, East Bay. You saw the picture. East Bay has been pretty decent. You just saw that nice trout Ted Gagne got. So East Bay has been pretty decent. Again, it's just hot in the middle of the day. But you're going to fish. You want to fish early. Remember, the sun's going to be coming up here, so it's going to get hot on these backsides first. So you can fish over in here. You had another 30, 45 minutes of better fishing because of a little coolness. So, all right, let's move on down. Crooked Island Sound, of course, always been good. Mexico Beach. We're talking about Captain Mitch Coleman. The king bite is still doing strong at Mexico Beach. I'm going to run out of time really quick. I don't need to cover Carabel because we just covered it earlier. Mexico Beach is strong. We're in St. Joe Bay. You just saw the video yesterday. A lot of folks are now gathering around the tip. Okay, the tip is like the island. It is going to be a prestigious place to go. But do remember, there's sharks all throughout here. And if you want to have fun, really, they're not. You saw in the video yesterday. They're not bad. Until they bite you, and they're not going to bite you if you're in a boat. So you want to feed them, take pictures. Kids get a thrill out of seeing those sharks. That's a big deal now. So start summing them up and taking pictures and hook one up. Let a kid catch one. It's a lot of fun, okay? So you're going to start seeing a lot more shark fishing excursions. I can promise you, because the game fish are getting less and less year after year, and people are going to start turning to more of these shark fish excursions. I've run out of time. As always, it's been a good week. I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Thank Bill and Matt for helping out this week, and got a big weekend planned. Hope y'all have a great weekend and enjoy the outdoors. It's hot now, so stay cool and always do something good for your fellow man. Have a great weekend, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.